Problem 1. Find the graph for the solution to the inequality 3x plus 5 is less than 6x minus 1. Okay. I would like you pause the video, you solve the question before you continue. But I can tell you right away that the best choice here is A. How? Let's do a quick review. So you have 4 different symbols for inequalities. The first one, we read this as what? Less than or equal to, because if you see the symbol, there is a little bit underneath. Okay, so this one is just less than. The third one you have a greater than, and here you have a greater than or equal to. So another way to remember this formula is to think as you have a small, you have big. So this is open, wide, bigger. So you have a big here, and you have a small for the vertex. Same thing here, this is big, this is a small. So as an example, we have x is less than 3. You see, so this is telling you that 3 is that number which is big, so we have this one, and the x is that number which is small. Okay, so can we find some values satisfy this inequality? Sure. So we consider x can be 2, because 2 is smaller than 3. S can be 1. Yes, 1 is smaller than 3. S can be 0. Yes, it can be negative 1, and so on. So on the other side, we have x is greater than 3. So again, this x represents the big, and the 3 represents the small. That means what? We're going to find some values which are going to be bigger than 3. So in this case, we're going to have x, for example, as 4. 4 is bigger, 3 is small. Or you can have a 5, you can have a 6, you can have a 7, and so on. Okay, so that's the quick review. Now, if we come back here, solving this inequality, okay, we're going to have 3x plus 5 is less than 6x minus 1. The goal is to solve for x. So what I will do, I will group all expression with x on one side and everything else will go to the other side. Therefore, I will subtract 6x on both sides. So that helped me to have x, everything with x on one side. So we're going to have a negative 3x. You have to understand that 3x minus 6x is like you have a 3 items minus 6 items. Okay, so here we have a negative value, but the concept that we are doing 3 minus 6. So the x is represented that like terms. That's why we are combining 3x and the negative 6x. So you have a negative 3x plus 5 is smaller than negative 1. So understand that this is going to cancel out. That's the reason we should have negative 6. We should have 6x on both sides. Okay, let's repeat this side. So you're going to see that we have a negative 3x plus 5, and we have only negative 1. Why? Because when we subtract 6x on both sides, the 6x, the negative 6x cancel out with this 6x. The reason we have only negative 1 left for the right side, and we have a negative 3x plus 5. Come here. Okay, we're going to subtract 5. Subtract 5. Now we have negative 3x is smaller than negative 6. Why negative 6? Because negative 1 minus 5 is negative 6. It's like you owe $1 your bank. After that, you owe $5. $5 your bank. In total, you owe your bank $6. You see? So you have a negative 6 you owe. So negative. If you have it, it's going to be positive. So you have a negative 3x is lesser than negative 6. So we need to solve for x. That means what? We're going to divide both sides by negative 3. Why we divide by negative 3? Because to get this alone, we need to get rid of the negative 3. The reason we divide by negative 3. Okay, before I continue, remember, there is a rule saying that every time you divide inequality by a negative number, what we do with the symbol, we switch. So this gonna switch it. This will not be anymore. It's smaller, less than, but you're gonna be greater than. Okay, I don't know what happened to me. Can pronounce well this symbol. Okay, I got it. That means what? We're gonna have x alone because the negative t cancel out, and the less than will change it to greater than, and negative 6 divided by negative 3 will be positive 2. So we have x is greater than positive 2. So this is telling you that x will be those values who are going to be bigger than 2. So x could be 3, x could be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so on. But we have to also understand that because they say greater than, so it will be open circle. But yeah, that's fine. Here we have open circle everywhere. Okay, open circle everywhere. So x is greater than 2. You can take like x, it could be 1000 because 1000 is greater than 2. But if you have all of this here, you're going to see that only the first choice here starts at the 2 with open circle and going to the right side, with those bigger values. You will see that D starts from negative 2. That means what? If by mistake you didn't check the sign, you will think like D is the correct answer, which is not the case. Okay, I think I'm gonna come back again to this kind of problem in another video. Okay, let's see the next problem. So here we have a line and the axis to find the slope. So what is the slope of the line graphed below? Okay, I can tell you right away. Okay, you can again pause the video and solve it before you continue. But I can tell you that the best choice here is the last one, D, as a dog. Okay, first of all, I have to understand that this line is a line going up. The line is increasing. So every time the line is increasing, the slope will be positive. Therefore, I know that A cannot be the answer. B also will not be the answer. So you're going to be between C and D. Now, how you know that the graph is going up? How you know this? The graph is going up. Okay, imagine that, you are working on the X line. Imagine you are working on the X line. So you are working on the X line from left to right, always. You are working from left to right. Okay, so when you start from the left side, you see that the graph is below you. Know that this graph is continue. They make arrows telling you that, okay, the graph doesn't stop there, but that continue. Okay? So the graph or the line is below you. Now you are moving to the right side, and at a point you see that, okay, now the graph is above you. So this is telling you that, okay, the thing is increasing. You see, it's increasing. Another way to understand it, suppose I have the line like this. So if I want to represent that line, without the XY coordinate, okay, it seems like it's something like this. Okay, now think like this is the ground. Okay, this is the ground. And again, from left to right, always that's the way you check from left to right. You can check like, okay, so that is the space between the ground and the graph. So the height. At some point, if you are moving to the right side, you see at some point, okay, the bar goes up. Okay, the size of the bar increases. Okay, continue again. Somewhere here, wow, it's like I don't know, a plant growing up. Okay, so we are going to the right side. You see that, okay, the height is going up or is increasing. Therefore, the graph is increasing. But suppose it was a graph on this side, it was a graph like this, and we have the ground. Again, from left to right, you're gonna see that somewhere here, okay, that is the height of the bar. If we are going to the left side, you see that becomes smaller. So that means the graph is going down. Okay, but the case we have here is that the graph is going up, is increasing. And every time the graph is increasing, is going up, the slope is positive. So we're going to be between the C and the D. Now, there is something we call, rise over run, when we want to use the graph to find the slope of a line. So we're going to use that rise over run here, which is what? We're going to choose 2 points on the line, and we're going to move from one point to another point. But the strategy is that we move up and down or left to right. So let's pick the 2 points. I can pick 1 point here, okay, where the line crosses the y-axis, and I can pick another point here. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you start from bottom or you start from top, the answer will be the same. That is amazing. So if we start from bottom, let's say I want to start from this black point, okay, I have to walk up and down. But in this case, because the red point is top, that means I have to go up. So we go up. How many units? That's the unit we're gonna count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. So you go up 5 units to be on the same level of the red point. And then from there, you go what? 1, 2, 3. 3 units to the right. So when you are up 5, up 5 means positive 5. And you have a right. Okay. Right 3. That means you have a what? Positive 3. Okay, so you have a positive 5 over 3. Therefore, the best choice is D. But suppose someone want to check from the red point to the black point. No problem. Again, the first thing to do is the up and down. So here, it cannot be up, it has to be down, because if I start from the red, the black point is below. So vertically, I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. 5 units to reach the same level of the black point. And then from there, I go what? 1, 2, 3. 3 units to the left. Okay, so when is 5 down? Down 5 means what? Negative 5. That's down 5. Negative 5. And the left 3 means negative 3. And again, if you check, negative 5 divided by negative 3 is what? Positive 5 over 3, because negative divided by negative change to positive. The reason you get again the same answer as D. Okay, let's see the next problem. Problem 3 is a geometry. Let's see. They say find the area of the shaded region of the figure below. Each small square is 1 centimeter times 1 centimeter. Okay, and they give you the formula. Area of a rectangle is LW. L is the length, W is the width. So length times width gives you the area of a rectangle. Area of a square is what? S raised to the second power, which is S multiplied by S. S is represent the side. Okay, so this is a combined, shape. So when you have a shape like this, you have to divide it, in 2 parts. Sometimes it could be like a 3-part or 4-part. It depends on the figure. But here, it will be simple if you divide it in 2 parts. And you're gonna see that I have a different method, So I have a method 1 because I want to solve this using different method. I have method 1, I have a method 2, and the method 3. So method 1, which I think gonna be the easiest method, is what? So I will cut or divide the graph like this. Let's use black, okay, like this. You see? So doing that, I have a square. Why a square? Because if you see, you're gonna have 3 units here, 3 units here. So I have a square and a rectangle below, a square on top and a rectangle below. So because they say here, each small square represents 1 centimeter, that means what? Okay, to find the area of the square, so the square side, the area of there will be side square, which is 3 to the second power, which is same as a 3 multiplied by 3, which is 9. Now, the rectangle part, okay, the length multiplied by the width. If you count to the left, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have a 7 multiplied by the width only 2. So 7 times 2 is 14. Now what do we need to do? To find the area of the shaded region here, we need to take 9 plus 14, and to do that you have 23. So the area of the shaded region here is 23, but we have to put the unit. So 23 square centimeter. Okay, so second method. Let's see the second method. Second method. The second method is that someone could decide, okay, instead of make it as a square, that person will make it as what? Two rectangles. Okay, two rectangles. So you have one rectangle here and another rectangle here. So the first rectangle, the one on the left side, will have the area which is gonna be 3. Okay, multiplied by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You multiply by 5, which is 15. The unit should have a square centimeter. Okay, now the second area here will be what? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 2. We have a 4 times 2 or 2 times 4 is 17. So we have 18. And the unit here gonna be again square centimeter. Now if you do 15 plus 8, that gives you the same value, 23 square centimeter. Okay, that is method 2. Now method 3 is what? It is a challenge method, but let's explain it. Okay, that method 3 is that you're gonna consider the big rectangle. Okay, we consider the big rectangle. So it's like we have a this, this, and we assume that everything is shaded. That's a big rectangle. And we're gonna find the area of that big rectangle. So the area for this big rectangle will be what? A equals, again, length multiplied by the width. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you have a 7 multiplied by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7 multiplied by 5, that give you what? 35. Okay. Now we're gonna find the area of the light blue. So this side here, the light blue. Okay, so this light blue, we're gonna find the area of that, and it's another small rectangle there. So we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna be 3 multiplied by 4, and that gives you how much? 12. Okay, now to find the area of the region, dark blue, or if we go back to our original shape. So we have this, so that means what? In this case, it's not gonna be any more addition, but that will be a subtraction because we have the big, we have the big rectangle or area now minus that small one, and then doing this, you're gonna have a 3, you're gonna have a 2, so you have the same 23, square centimeter as the unit square centimeter. Okay, so my advice, is what? The method one is that simplest, but anyway, you can use method 2, you can use method 3. Yeah, so any one here works. The best thing is that you try to divide the shape in 2 or 3, is depend, different shapes to make it easy. So when you see the thing complicated, you break it down and you solve it. Thank you so much. Feel free, to leave any comment, and I will be, happy to reach out back to you again. Thank you.